Hi, I'm Dr. Jo Righetti, and you're watching or listening to Pet Problems Solved, our podcast and video series. Today, we're looking at pets who love to be right beside their owners, or in one case, they no longer want to be beside their owner. Here comes Wind. His nickname is the Stalker because he likes to follow everyone around. Wherever we go, there's always wind coming up behind us. And we'll also look at how to keep your dog warm overnight in winter. Thanks for joining me. How can I keep my dog warm in winter? Do I have to bring him inside overnight? That's from Anna in Sydney, and it really depends on where you live and how cold it gets. Most dogs value being close to us anyway, and that's why they often sleep right underneath our bedroom window or at the back door where you've let them out for the night. If you live in a very cold region, I'd say it'd be lovely if you could bring them inside. If it's not appropriate to have your dog in your bedroom, you don't have to. You could have them in your lounge room, your kitchen, a laundry area, even a bathroom area. If you have to keep your dog outside overnight, make sure they're in a draft-free area, an area that the winds, the rain, even snow or ice is not going to impact them. So keep them sheltered. Giving them a blanket, giving them something warm, snuggle up to as well will keep them comforted. Of course, many of us like to have our dogs right beside us. It helps us sleep better. Many people ask me, should they allow their dog on their bed? And I say it's up to them. And then I often get asked, do you have your dog on your bed? And I say, no, I don't. And they go, well, okay, so you don't recommend it? Oh, no, it's because I already have 3 cats on my bed. There's no room for a dog. But somehow Chili Dog still works her way up there in the morning or perhaps overnight. So it's up to you whether you have your dog on your bed. Look at your safety arrangements. If you've got young kids or babies, don't allow the dog on the bed there. You need to supervise all interactions between children and dogs. You could have a little bed right beside yours for your dog to sleep on. But if you don't want to have your dog in your bed and you don't want to have your dog in your bedroom, that's okay too. Does your cat sleep with you? I know I usually have Wildfire in the crook of my arm here, and Earth sometimes around my rear end or down at my feet. Not very much space in my bed. But not everybody wants to sleep with their cat. But Trevor in the northern beaches of Sydney has written to me in an email saying, my cat doesn't want to sleep with me anymore. She used to sleep there for years and now she's taken to sleeping somewhere else. Well, Trevor, a health check is always warranted. Just when a cat's behaviour changes, we might want to check that all's okay. Can she still jump up on the bed? What's happening? Could it be a thyroid? She's very active overnight? Could it be that she's too hot next to you and she needs to seek out somewhere cooler? That often happens in summer. But generally, there's not a health issue, and it's just a cat being a cat and deciding that somewhere else seems more attractive for a while. I always say cats choose a new sleeping place for about a month, and then they move on to somewhere else. So perhaps you could set up a little bed next to your bed, or just get up overnight and check that your cat is okay. I'm sure there's nothing much to worry about, and before you know it, you'll be back to either sleepless nights with your cat by your side or back to sleeping soundly because you know your cat is safely by your side. Does your dog want to be with you all the time? That's what Jim has asked me about his boxer dog. Well, you can see most videos I do, Chili Dog is somewhere near me. She likes to be with me all the time. And it's natural for dogs just to want to do this. They like companionship. They would have a social group that they'd spend a lot of their time with. And so we give them that security, that feeling of never being alone, and they really value that. It's not really a problem if you can be with your dog, but it does help if we can teach them just how to be alone, to enjoy some time alone. And with Chili Dog and other dogs, I do this by giving them something positive to do when I leave them alone. Now that might just be going to the toilet. I have to go occasionally. I say, you're not coming with me. You have my permission to go to the toilet alone. And I throw Chili Dog a few little treats to go and search for across the floor. It might be that I'm going out for coffee with friends and I leave her a nice chew to get on with. It might be that I have to go to work and I leave her with a treat ball that's a food releasing toy that she then can, find that food, and that gives her something to do. And it's usually within the first 30 minutes if they're going to show symptoms of separation anxiety that they will do. And that could be barking, toileting inappropriately, trying to escape, maybe a bit destructive behaviours. So it's important we teach our dogs to gradually enjoy that experience of being alone, so then when we have to leave them, they're not stressed by it. But you'd rather be with me, wouldn't you?
This episode is made possible by Pet Problem Solved. Check out our website, petproblemsolved.com.au. I'm Dr. Jo Righetti, animal behaviourist, and I'm here to answer your pet behaviour questions.
Is your cat a one-cat person? Amanda has asked me why her cat likes only her, nobody else. This might go right back to kittenhood, and it could be your cat wasn't introduced to very many people when they're young, and so they have a natural fear or hesitation towards people, and that can generalize to all sorts of people. So it could be that they enjoy your company, but any male is out of bounds. But in your cat's case, it just could be anyone's out of bounds, any other age stage. What I do there is try and introduce them to new people. So get Kitty perhaps meeting one person at a time, a quiet friend, much the same build, age, stage as you, personality as you. Have them come over in the home. Let your cat get to know them from a distance. Keep your cat up high where they feel safe. And your cat will learn their smell, their sounds, their movements, and learn that this person is no threat to them. You could even give your cat the yummiest food when this person's around. Now, over time, you start to bring different people into your home. Perhaps somebody who's a little bit older than you, a little bit younger than you. Eventually, you'll get to people who are opposite gender, opposite size, different age group entirely, and different personality from you. Or perhaps a few people at a time. Make sure your cat is feeling safe when they're there, is not running and hiding, but has a sensible, safe option, perhaps a shelf up high to get on so they can look down on everyone. I hope that helps.
If you're enjoying our Pet Problem Solved podcast and video series, why not subscribe to us on your favourite podcast channels or on YouTube? We do post these on social media too, so you can check in on individual problems or watch each of our weekly series. We love having you here and we look forward to receiving your questions. If you have a question for us on your pet's behaviour, it doesn't need to be a problem, just any question about pet behaviour, please email us at info@petproblemsolved.com.au or check out our website petproblemsolved.com.au. I'm Dr. Jo Righetti, animal behaviourist. Please take care of your pets.